Emory Hunt, CBS Sports HQ, the number one team he's watching heading into the 2026 season.
It's the Cleveland Browns. That's America's team right now. Let's look at Cleveland, right? Let's start with Todd Monken and what he has done, the new head football coach for the Cleveland Browns, and what he has done with quarterbacks over the last couple of years, right? Stetson Bennett, America's quarterback, 21 and 22, national champion, kept Carson Beck on the bench those 2 years and put together a monster season, got himself drafted by the Los Angeles Rams. And Lamar Jackson won an MVP, probably should have had 2 MVPs under Todd Monken, and we saw what he did last year when he got hurt, came back, and then still did some great things. Probably should have been in the postseason. So his working with quarterbacks is good for this football team. Why? Because Shedeur Sanders, going into year two, has always improved. Going back to Jackson State, look at what he did his second season at Jackson State. All of those numbers you see are improvements over the previous year in 2021. And then you look at what he did his second year at Colorado, when everybody was talking about them being 4-8, 9-4 record. Insane completion percentage that made him the most accurate quarterback by completion percentage in college football history. That's since Rutgers and Princeton played in the backyard somewhere down in central New Jersey in 1869. Passing yards, touchdown interception ratio, all that stuff improved. So why wouldn't he improve over year one in Cleveland with a guy that has shown a track record of success?
Pete, I guess we should preface it by saying Emory is a very big supporter of Shedeur Sanders. You know what? If he makes a big leap in year two, maybe the Browns have found something.
True. As for Emory, I love Emory. Emory is the hardest working man in this business. He deserves everything he gets. So I absolutely adore him. But and I hope he's right about the Browns being America's team. Shedeur Sanders, we'll see what happens. Like I've said all along, I'm not out on the kid. He's here. He's an option. I hope he gets dramatically better and he can be a long-term starting quarterback. But as we sit here right now, I can't sit here and say this is the guy. He has to go out and earn that. My contention all along is you've got to bring in somebody at least to bring in competition with him. And if he can beat him out, that's great for the Browns. And if he can't, then you've got your answer. But you can't just go in there with the current setup and be like, this is what we've got. And the part of what I will say is if you watched, whether it was Myles Garrett, Carson Schwarzenegger, Denzel Ward, or any of these guys at the Pro Bowl or the various NFL honors, anytime, and there were a lot of people trying to ask, basically for an endorsement, and they were very mealy-mouthed and sort of not really trying to get into that conversation relative to the quarterback position.
Yeah, and again, I think that's absolutely fair. I don't think you can definitively say he's not the answer, nor is he the answer. It's kind of let's see. I'm with you. I hope he is. If he is, it solves a lot of issues.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, he'd be a fifth round pick on a rookie contract. The fortunes of this team would be changed overnight if he were to be as good as his supporters think he is, because then the Browns would have, presumably are going to go into this offseason and really ramp up the offensive side of the ball, offensive line, receivers, whatever. And if he then takes a big step forward, we now are be able to talk about this team as expecting them to make a playoffs, expecting them to compete for the division, because that's been the missing piece. If the defense can stay reasonably successful, just an average offense this past season would have been enough. If they can do better than that, then look out.